the main focus from a field glass perspective is the VMS delivers that insight into the external workforce and allows you to manage the workforce, so you know exactly how many people you have, how you actually assign them to specific departments, what type of work you have them actually carrying out while they're working within your organisation, through to payrolling an individual and through to invoicing suppliers who actually provide those individuals into a programme. The MSP element for the VMS is where we bring Mary into the conversation. So Mary, tell me a little bit about how an MSP uses the VMS and what an MSP does.
So a managed service like ourselves, we would come in and we would have total visibility. We would support you in terms of accessing and identifying all the workers across your programme, external workforce. We would help you understand where there's potential for cost savings. We would identify gaps in terms of your skills. And we'd also seek to work with you in terms of your strategic programmes and identify what is your aims for your programme as you move forward. A lot of our clients will obviously pivot, maybe start as a first generation where visibility and control and governance is key to them. In the last couple of years, a lot of our clients have suddenly found that their supply chain has just mushroomed. They've just had to bring on lots and lots of new suppliers into that supply chain. They probably want to maybe consolidate. They want to make sure that they can actually make sure that the prices that they're getting are the correct prices. So there's a lot of work there. However, as programs mature, they'll start to be thinking about actually direct sourcing. They'll be starting to think about actually what does total workforce solutions look like for them? Where else can they make gains? Where can they optimize that workforce? A lot of clients now, they're changing the way they work. The skills that they have currently, may not be the skills of the future. So the ability to be able to access and have that visibility of the workforce makes a huge difference. We keep hearing in the news always about skills shortages. What does that actually mean? Now, whilst a lot of organisations understand that they have skill shortages, where do they go and find that? How do they look at their current workforce, their permanent employees versus their temporary workforce? Actually, how does that mix work together? And they can absolutely complement each other, and they can work very well together to ensure that actually they're fit for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, a big element of the VMS, the visibility, and the MSP Programme Management Office is around controlling the compliance of those individuals, which minimises the risk to the customer.
Yeah, absolutely. Risk has always been, key to somebody wanting to implement a managed service programs. We've all heard of the horror stories. We know that, there are probably weird and wacky things that are going across programs. And if you do find yourselves in that situation, absolutely, it's about speaking to, a business like Guidant Global. We've been managing, workforce solutions and managed service programs for over 20 years now. And, being able to give that guidance and really hold your hand and help you identify where there are potential risks, and then not only identify the risks but help you with solutions to counter them. Vetting may be something that actually needs to be, the bonnet needs to be opened up on and looked at. There are a number of things. IR35, that is absolutely hugely in a lot of our clients front and centre of what they're planning on doing. Limited company workers, it's all
and people work to many different capacities these days, so you don't automatically decide you need a worker to come in for a short period of time if the skills aren't there for that individual. So you may need to look at a different community, like a limited company worker, or a regular temporary worker, or even a permanent worker, so you can balance out exactly where you should be looking for the right skills.
And I think actually working with Fieldglass SAP with the ability to triage, that's a big buzzword in the market at the moment, is a hiring manager might not necessarily know actually, do I go permanent route? Do I actually go limited company? Do I go temporary worker, PAYE? And being able to work together in partnerships allows us to create those triage systems, ways of actually working, what actually is the most cost efficient and actually the best access to the skills in the marketplace.